All right. So there may... I need a new URL. This is what happens when things die. This is what happens. I'm gonna send to RC because she's still in the chat to deliver the new link. If you could do that for me, RC. Oh, yeah, okay, the chat no longer exists. Right, so what I need to do is... There may be a duplicate audio here for a moment. Oh, somebody has joined. All right. So let's get back out on track and deal with the festivities here, everybody. I may have to reconnect my ACC race control tool. Just give me a second here. Yep, it is going to make me reconnect. Start. Move over to the right monitor, or in this case, it's the left monitor. Thank you. Connect. All right. We're back up and running. We are back in Gucci. Welcome to part 2 of this race. So, pit stops have been... Something has happened with John Spriggs' pit stop, which is not good. Pit stops have happened. Cedric Muir leads the way in the 698 Ferrari. Second place belongs to Richard Oakes in the 20 Porsche. Miles Stone is up onto the podium in the Nissan Godzilla GTR. Lucas Geese is having a dominant day in the bronze category. He is in 4th place. I know it's a bit confusing because there's the whole weird deal with the bronze, with the silver category being, well, bronze. It's a bit weird, but the golds and so on are on a different server, so obviously that's the case. Kerry Patton in 5th place here with 16 minutes to go, followed by Chris Cow in the Nubs Racing BMW, Aaron Shergill in the Ferrari, the 213, Isaac Jordan in the 401 Sky Tempesta Mercedes, which has seen some better days. You can see some front end damage there as he's battling with a stunning run right now from the Iron Driver in the red number plate car, Ron Morley. The 815 is in the top 10. It's legitimately in the top 10. This is not a pit stop glitch. They are there. Robert Volt rounds off the top 10 for Nubs Racing in the 413 Aston Martin. All right. Looking for good battles, and right now there's only really one on track, and it is that one between Morley and Isaac Jordan. Jordan's got some damage. Morley's car appears to be healthy. Shergill and Cow are also quite close together, but I have a gut feeling that I think Cow is going to pull away. But we'll see. Ron Morley is a guy who hasn't really gotten a lot of love from the camera. So, there you go. Rolling. And Isaac Jordan is somebody we saw a lot of in the Mustang classes. Let me check on my Discord. My Discord appears to be good. Adam has fallen out of the server though, so he is gone. Hopefully, he has rejoined watching. And as per usual, chat, if there's any problems with the audio, please let me know. We've been having a weird audio day. We'll just put it that way, and I'm not terribly happy about it. Thomas Hagen in another pit stop. Man, I thought Hagen would be in like for a win here today. Oh, whoa! Somebody getting out of shape. Somebody getting very out of shape, but I didn't see who. Man, they seem to have disappeared. Never mind. That is whoever it is on the. Oh, it was Chris Cow. It was Chris Cow. Chris Cow lost it. What happened here? So Cow's coming up the lap, Professional Hater. He's got Aaron Shergill for company. They're heading into the chase. And then I don't know what happened to him. That was confusing. Okay, connection issues I'm going to have to go with. Cedric Muir leads by 5 seconds. Isaac Jordan is now behind Ron Morley, so Morley did get the overtake done. Lucas Geese is in the pits again. That's not good. He was looking for a dominant bronze day. Championship leader John Spriggs, who has not served his pit stop, and as a result, he pitted. It didn't register. It hasn't registered the penalty either. What happened to John Spriggs while I was gone? I missed a good, 10 minutes of this race, so forgive me for being a little bit out of my depth right now. But John Spriggs has gone from a potential race win, one that he was going to have to navigate with, he's going to have to earn it. But now 18th place, not having pitted. And will drop way down the order. That's Lucas Geese rejoining there in the Up Garage Honda. John Spriggs moving on through. On the tail of Gottschalk, but it doesn't really matter for him because, well, it's not his battle. He's got to pit. Somebody's stuck on the hill. Alfredo Casillas, the pole sitter, is now on the tail of 10th place Matt Gill. Oh, that's another car in the wall. Couple of cars in the wall on the downhill section. By the way, credit to them for not panicking and backing across the track and stuff. That is appreciated. Felix Kramaric having a phenomenal day up in 12th place. Give a round of applause for that one. Couple of fantastic days for some iron drivers. Kramaric is having a great day. Ron Morley's having a great day. Even Wiedemann, Luez, they're having good days. The irons have shown up today and really done their thing. I mean, I know some of them caused a pile up on the uphill section as well, so it's a bit of a a mixed bag. But at the top end, they're doing some great work. We pick up L. Perry, who's battling with Bearded X Badass. This is for 13th place. There is a car in between them that is Max Cruz, who for a long time was looking like he was on his way to an iron victory here today, but unfortunately had some hard contact with the wall, and that has put him down the pecking order. Currently be given the blue flag to let the Nissan of L. Perry through to attack Bearded X Badass in the orange BMW. It's a lap to Chris Stancer and behind another guy who's seen a little bit of the wall. And behind them, that is, I am not sure who that is. In the carbon McLaren behind them. Aaron Shergill overtakes Kerry Pattinen as Pattinen gets out of shape. And it's just kind of losing it on his own. Kind of a weird part of the track to be losing it. Bathurst has a lot. Oh my lord, no, that is bad. That is bad. You can't do that. You cannot do that, Kerry. And falling down the order as a result. Oh boy. Bearded X Badass is catching up with Felix Kramaric in the Rothmans Porsche. So once L. Perry navigates around Cruz, which still has not happened, Cruz is really not being particularly considerate about the blue flag. We'll put it that way. This could become a three-way fight. Car up in front of them is, I don't want to say not important, but not in the battle. There you go. That's a better way of putting it. It's a lapped car. Lucas Geese on the tail of oh Lord, that is a caster's curse and a half. Lucas just kind of power sliding out there. A lot of people losing it in the chase, and like, I'm not going to say you can't lose it in the chase. I want to be clear on that, but this has been a it's been an odd number. Three-way fight. Ron Morley getting caught up to, and probably should just let them through. He's got Isaac Jordan and Robert Volt on his tail. This is another case where these guys are actually not battling each other in the actual result sense, because Morley is an iron. You've got a silver in Jordan, and you've got a bronze in Volt. So, realistically speaking, Ron Morley is well ahead. He's taking a victory here today in the iron. And he's got a little bit of damage. So he might really just want to make this quite easy for Isaac Jordan and for Robert Volt. But we'll see. Chris Cow a little bit behind them in the Nubs Racing BMW. What was the race? What was the laugh there for, chat? I don't think I said anything terribly funny. Sky Tempest Racing. Oh, Chris Cow is bopping in and out of existence, so that is obviously a problem. Speaking of somebody who had internet problems interrupt his stream, I can say that is not pleasant. The Cow is going quite quickly. Beardeck's Badass looking to make the move here on Kramrich, the second place iron car, who's having a phenomenal day. By the way, if Ron Morley or Felix Kramrich would like to have an interview after this, please do. You two have livened up the Iron Championship with this performance. This has been phenomenal. Ron Morley's in 5th place, and Kramrich is in 11th. That's insane for iron drivers. On one of the hardest tracks to just not make mistakes. So, bravo. And Chris Cow is now on the back of this fight. So Cow and Jordan are actually fighting. They are silvers. Volt and... Oh! He's fine. He's fine. Fine. He's fine. He's fine. The lag. The lag is a thing. Robert Volt overtaking Isaac Jordan. I think Jordan's damage to his front end just is robbing him of like a significant amount of straight line speed. He's kind of a sitting duck for Morley in the straight lines as well, and now he's a sitting duck for Volt, and it looks like probably Chris Cow. So he's just out there kind of nursing it to the end, trying to say what he can. And I mean, right now that is an 8th place finish, so that would be perfectly fine. 8th place overall, by the way, and in class it would be a 6th. So he is right to try to nurse that to the end. El Perry and Bearded X Badass side by side in the chase. Nissan versus BMW. Bearded X Badass forever will be getting a boo from me for betraying the Audi tribe and going to BMW. Unacceptable. Can't even blame teammates. Doesn't seem to have any. Quesadillas is up on the tail of Matt Gale. Battle for 9th place between the McLaren and the Nissan. Couple of good battles going on here. Robert Volt's right up on Morley. Chris Cow's right there as well. We'll pop in on that. Whoa, somebody in the wall there. That is the 74 BMW in the wall. That is Hassan Angleem, who I believe is new. Agleem, who is, I believe, new to new to the festivities. He actually popped into this voice channel on Discord, and I don't think meant to. So I had a little interaction with him before things kicked off. Chris Cow blinking in and out of existence. Could just be for me. Robert Volt making the move on Iron Leader Ron Morley. Moving up into 5th place. Morley's still having a phenomenal day. And Chris Cow's also going to drift on through as well. The Nubs boys working together to make their way through the field. Lucas Geese is up on the tail of Gottschlick. That is a lapped car in between them. Let's see if I can make out who it is. I do not recognize that BMW livery, but I do recognize the one behind is Matthias Wiedemann, so I do believe that is Lou Wetz in the gray and black and blue and yellow BMW there. Can confirm. I was for some reason thinking he was lapped and realized, no, there's just a couple of irons that are kind of like actually running, you know, actual battles with silver and bronze drivers here today. There's a couple of them. El Perry on the tail of Felix Kramaric, speaking of one of them. There is the iron car of Kramaric. There is the silver of El Perry, battling it out for 11th place. And in behind them, that is Professional Hater in the Mustang. He is not in this fight. It does look racy, which would make me very, very nervous if I was El Perry. Still no pit stop from Springs. Where is the Hater, anyways? Hater. 30th place. Yeah, not gonna be a great day for the Iron Champion or the Silver Championship leader. But hey, you do get a drop score. You are kind of permitted to have that one bad race, and this looks like this is going to be the one that he's probably going to drop out of his scores at the end of the day. Chris Cow and Robert Volt still working their way through. Working together as Nubs Racing. Ron Morley in the background. Not really sure why that BMW is fighting with him a little bit. I saw a kind of half-hearted defensive move. Oh, ends up in a spin. Well, that's not good. Final lap for Cedric Muir. Isaac Jordan continues to drop further back, losing out to Alfredo Quesadillas there. That'll probably be as far as he drops, though. No one else is really near him. And Professional Hater has overtaken El Perry and Bearded X Badass. Not for position, but to unlap himself. This is the closest battle we got going right now. It is the three-way fight between Kramaric, Perry, and Bearded X Badass. Don't know why it took me that long to think of that. One of the Wise Racing cars. John Spriggs also in there, but Spriggs has no pit stop, so he's facing a time penalty. And Bearded X Badass will let him through. But the championship leader, I think, is going to take a hit today. I think he's going to emerge still the championship leader, but he is going to take a hit. The winner at Zolder, second place at the Nürburgring, or second place at Zolder, the winner of Nürburgring, John Spriggs, having a rough day here today. Further back, we got some things kicking off. Lucas Geese is on the tail of Audrey Goldschnick. And Morley's dropping back. Again, this is a combination of Morley being a little bit out of position. And oh, Lord, there's a contact. That is Shanu Murasanu. Oh, no! He collects Isaac Jordan. He almost collects one of the Lives Racing cars, too. Ron Morley, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, my Lord. That was terrible. He's in the pit lane. He had a surefire iron victory. What did you do? Oh, Lord. It's not good. It's not good. Spriggs has overtaken El Perry. One of the cars is just mowing the lawn. Contact between Kramaric and Hart and Spriggs. No. 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 The end of this race has just gone terribly wrong for so many drivers. Nobody wants to win iron. What is going on here? Richard Oakes gets the win. What happened? What happened to Muir? Cedric Muir was way in the lead. What's going on? He'd already lost it at this point. What happened? I don't understand. Richard Oakes is your winner from Cedric Muir and Miles Stone. Aaron Shergill, he's going to come home in 4th place. Another phenomenal run considering a pit lane start for Shergill. The Canadians putting together a really good season. Chris Cow got caught up in the carnage of lap 1, turn 1. Looks like he's going to pick up a 5th place still, despite probably having more on offer had that not happened. I think a podium is a very real consideration. Even a race win was on the table for Cow. So 5th place is in that regard going to be disappointing. But it's going to be a big haul of points still. Robert Volt in 6th place and your winner in the bronze category. Matt Gale picks up 7th in the Nissan. Pole sitter Alfredo Quesadillas, who kicked off that lap 1 carnage, finishes in 7th place. Followed by Isaac Jordan, who raced most of this race with an incredibly banged up car. And I have no idea how the Scottish driver is going to bring this home in 8th place. That is insane to me. El Perry will bring it home in 9th. Phenomenal run. Nissan's having a good day. John Spriggs is next, but he never did his pit stop. So yeah, plus 135 seconds penalty. Adrian Maru just slinking in ahead of Beardex Badass. People are leaving the server, so it's gonna be hard for me to track the results here. You'll have to review the standings page to get them in, but yeah, Kramaric will, I think, still win iron, but I'd be worried about penalties because he really kind of caused a massive pileup there at the very, very end, and that's rough times. That is rough times. All right, well. At the end of this, obviously, we open up for interviews, and I will post up in the race 2 or the server 2 chat, just to remind anybody. Apparently, Cedric Muir got caught behind a blue flag car, and things went wrong for him at that point. As per usual, the interview room is open. See if anyone pops in. Sometimes we get a lot of interviews, sometimes we don't get a lot of interviews. Cedric Muir is not happy. To be honest, I wouldn't be either if he get taken out by a blue flag car. I mean, that is a rough time. But to be clear, I think a lot of people had those problems, so it was far from unique. Alrighty. I'm just a second, guys. I'm trying to dig up the replay here because that end was kind of crazy, and I would like to have something to kind of reference the results on. Let's see if I can get a point. There we are. That's probably the best I can do. So let me pick up Oaks as he goes across the line. It's probably going to be the best. That's probably the best I got. Okay. All right. I have what I think are relatively the results to reference here. All right. Let's roll. Robert Volt, you have raised your hand first. You are welcome to the stage.
E1 class, baby.
What was that?
E1 win. Well, in class, obviously.
Indeed, you did pick up yourself a bronze victory here today, head of Bearded X Badass and Adrian Marood, Lucas Geese, and Idris Cahill. That's what looks like the top 5 to me. That might not be correct because the end of this race was chaotic. Anyways, tell us about your race.
Well, kind of the same like the previous race, but this time it went so much better.
Oh, just 1 second here. It looks like Discord is not broadcasting. Give me 1 moment.
Beep body bada beep beep bada beep body bada.
Okay.
I'm the scat man.
Chat, can you hear the rendition of Scatman from Mr. Robert Volt? Because
I'm
getting
really
a
bad
weird audio reading on OBS, but it does look like it is broadcasting. If you can confirm, we can continue. Okay, they are hearing everything you say. There you go.
Oh, okay. Sorry about the poor singing performance, but
it was fine. It was fine. Believe me, I sing during commentary periodically, and it's 100% worse. All right, tell us about your race.
In that case, I will definitely do it more often then. But yeah, the race itself, it's the mountain after all. I seem to be doing a lot better on the downhill section than the uphill, which seems a bit dubious, but it is what it is. But yeah, the race itself, it was quite the experience for everyone else, although for me it just seems like I got out of most of the shit show unscathed.
It's also going to be a massive day for you on a points haul level because I'm just looking at the standings here real quick. And coming into today, you had 22 points to your name, which was good enough for 4th place.
22, oh hell yeah!
Which was 12 points off a championship lead, but Professional Hater had a pretty bad day. Dennis Hook had a bad day. Bacher had a bad day. So you're going to pick up, it's going to be a big day for you.
Oh hell yeah, yeah, it is. Unfortunately for Professional Hater, he had issues with his hardware. Apparently his what's it called? The power supply for the wheelbase was unplugged for some reason.
Oh, that is a huge problem.
Mm-hmm. somehow. But for my own race, once again said, it was a bit uneventful. Again, it's 50 people on the server at the same time. Like,
Oh yeah, no, I expected carnage. I think the only thing that caught me off guard was how bad the last lap was. Oh boy,
uh-huh.
we had nobody wanted to win the iron class. Apparently, apparently this was the case. It's just mistakes everywhere. And
Mm,
Isaac Jordan somehow with a car that appeared to have literally no straight line speed whatsoever picks up like a ninth place finish.
mm. Well, I will definitely tell him to check his pedals if they're actually calibrated or not. But yeah,
No. It just looked like damage. The front end was very, very banged up on that Mercedes,
uh,
and
okay, yeah.
I imagine if aero efficiency is measured on a 1 point scale, it was like a 0.2.
Ooh, oh my. Well, yeah. I don't know. I don't really have that much to say about my race because it just seemed like I just happened to find all of the space available to just have a clean race most of the time. Uh, if we don't count the occasional back marker.
I mean, sometimes that luck plays a massive role, particularly on the mountain.
Yeah. Oh yes, definitely. And uh, I think it was like the 5 or 4 last uh, laps I did that I noticed that, oh, I'm in P1 in class. I'll just let Chris go past me because we're not really, fighting for position, really.
There were a couple of interesting battles like that in the closing seconds where we had an iron driver, a bronze driver, and a silver driver battling on track, but not really battling.
Yeah.
And
I think it was more so the case of who can keep the car on the track.
Indeed.
Mm.
Speaking of Chris Cow, welcome to the stage.
Hey, howdy.
You
Uh,
had an interesting day. You got caught up in the carnage at the start, and then spent your day picking your way through the field and giving me heart attacks as your car teleported on my screen. How did the race go from your perspective?
number one, I just want to thank you for doing the commentary because it's just amazing to watch the race afterwards and hear the commentary from your perspective. So shout out to you. Appreciate your time, man. Number two, the carnage at the start, I would say was probably my fault. I think I overshot the first corner, just didn't anticipate it. Ran into Diaz and kind of caused a little bit of a pile up there. So
Oh,
that's 100%
we
on
didn't
me.
really even see contact between the two of you on the stream, which is interesting.
Yeah, no, there had to have been contact. The way his car just like spun sideways. Now, again, I am lagging, and I can show that on replay.
Oh,
But
we're aware.
regardless,
Oh yeah, we're
There are like
definitely aware.
3 or 4 moments of me on commentary going, so I don't know where Chris is.
yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunately, that caused an accident about halfway through the race. It was like 25, 30 minutes in. One of the cars was behind me, and he teleported forward and then rear-ended me, spun me out, and then just went on by, which is not his fault. It's just server lag, which it is what it is. It's unfortunate.
Wait.
So I went from like P7 at that point up to like P12, I think, and had to kind of work my way back down the grid. But I mean, overall, I was really happy with my pace. I had some good battles. Some of the battles were a little bit tough to get by and slowing you down a bit, but I can't complain. Out of 50 to finish P5, I'm happy with the results.
Mm-hmm. So I believe
Yeah,
it was 48 today because there were 49 on server, but Kevin Shepard never actually went out
Okay.
on track.
And then one of them was banned from even starting the race, I guess, because he was qualifying banned and did a lap.
Well, Ambrazosa
Yeah.
did compete. He was the one that I think got
Okay.
qualifying banned, qualified anyways, qualified second actually. So definitely had pace.
Yeah.
And then had to start
Yeah.
from pit lane, but was out there. The only driver who did not
Okay.
leave the pit lane was Shepard.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I really wish I didn't cause that pileup in the first turn because it could have been a much cleaner race, I think.
I just
So
checked. It wasn't you.
it wasn't me.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, it was.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
because
Well,
on my replay, it looks like I had contact with Diaz at the start and spun
yeah.
him out. So
Well,
I've got no excuses for that.
yeah. I will say though, if Diaz didn't qualify, that wouldn't happen.
It's well, the reason why I feel bad is I'm the one who brought Diaz into Ura, and this is his
Ooh.
first race. So I've been helping him with setups. I've been helping him get kind of into Ura for his first race, and so I was really happy to see him qualify
Ooh.
P1 for his first race. So for me to hit him on the start, I feel horrible, man.
Otherwise, had a
But
pretty good race
It's
actually.
just
So that's nice.
yeah, he did get ahead of me. He was ahead of me for the whole first half of the race. He ended up having a better pull out of the carnage than I did because I ended up like P25, P26, and he was like P16 or something like that. I guess
s-
unfortunately for him, he must have had a bad pit stop because after I left pits, I got ahead of him.
I think he got
So
caught up with a back marker at one point, but don't quote me on
yeah, no, I was kind of getting caught up with some of those back markers. They were doing like 208, 206s, and I'm just screaming, "Come on!"
Well, no,
Let me find-
if I recall correctly, I think he got caught up in the pileup at the up the hill, where two cars blocked the track,
Oh no.
and I think
There was a
there
lot
were
of carnage going on.
there were a couple of cars caught up in that, and if I recall correctly, I believe the 713 was one of them. So lost a bunch of time,
Okay.
including
Yeah,
race leader John Spriggs at the time.
really, that's unfortunate. I know I barely got out of a few of those crashes myself. It was pretty rough. But, paying attention to the yellow flag, fully lifting, and just doing the best that I can to prepare myself for the carnage ahead. So thankfully it worked out.
All right. If
I can't
anybody
complain about my
else would
results.
like to speak, not that Chris can't speak, Chris can continue. But if anybody else does want to speak, they do have to raise their hand. There we go. L. Perry
Okay.
and Richard
and
Oaks.
also speaking of Quesadillas, wasn't that the guy that had the qualification ban, or am I thinking about someone else?
No,
I think
no, this is Diaz's first
Ambrazosa, I
race
believe,
today.
had the
Oh,
Q
okay,
ban.
Yeah, that was who had
Unless
the
you guys have
qualifying ban.
a what? I mean, I guess the question would be brand new driver. How would they have a Q ban?
Yeah, it's his first race today. Unfortunately.
I mean, he had a solid result. He got I've got 8th place showing on my screen. Whether that ends up being the case or not, I don't know because things got crazy at the end there. But I believe a top 10 solidly for the 713 720S McLaren of Alfredo
Beautiful.
Quesadillas, who has a cheering section in the chat. So there you go.
Good. I'm
Well,
glad to hear it.
yeah, I was really happy to just see Chris's name pop up on the MDF today as well. Oh yes, he's actually here! Yay!
Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been like 2 seasons, I think, since I've raced, so this is my first race back in a while. So
All right,
I'm
I'm
happy.
going to invite, just because he was the first to get his hand up, one of the people that has probably the biggest cheering section in the chat, L. Perry.
Oh, hello.
Driver of the Stealth Bomber, L. Perry. Tell us about your race today. Did you end up getting a top 10 with the Crammerich crash or no?
Yeah, P9, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm on what I've got right now. I've got you in P12, but I know that Crammerich had a moment and that screwed some things up. So I think that got you into the top 10. Tell us about your race in the Stealth Bomber today.
Oh, it was unfortunate. I placed my car into the wall in the Bentley. So got 25 seconds of damage, but I powered through and did an undercut at maybe 40 minutes left. Fueled up, changed the tires, and repaired. And went all the way.
Yeah, we saw you a lot with a couple of good battles there, just at like the edge of the top 10, which is good to see.
Yeah, some of the blue flag guys actually weaving, blocking me getting past.
We did
That was
see, and I did see on commentary that there were a couple of blue flaggers that so let's just say, not the cleanest.
no, that
There were
was
some
really
very
bad.
good ones as well. It kind of went both ways, but
Yeah, but in the end, I was overtaken by Hader, I guess. But he was a lap behind.
it was a weird
Uh,
spot because watching that, it's like Hader seems to have way more pace than you guys. Of course, we've learned from Robert Volt that Hader was so far behind that he had a prolonged pit stop to fix a wheel issue, and that was
oh,
why.
yeah.
So yeah, that was definitely a bit of a weird out of position moment for the man who came in today, the bronze leader, and probably is not leaving the bronze leader. Put it that way.
Oh, well, in case it was the last couple of laps, and it was just unnecessary to take over there because I was fighting those two in front, and there was the blue flag that didn't let us through, holding us back.
Oh. Well, at
So
the end of
that's why he could go past. I had to make sure I didn't overthrow the brake in the last turn before the finish line. So he got the outer corner and then just let him past.
all right. Well, any other thoughts you have on the race here today? I know at least one person in the chat is happy to see 3 Nissans in the top 10.
Yeah, that would be nice. I wonder what would have happened if I didn't crash in the first lap. Uh,
Well, I think everybody in this race probably has a what if. I feel. I don't
yeah, yeah.
there's probably not anybody uh who there's probably no one on the server right now thinking, you know what? I got the best I could have got. Well, I mean,
Well,
Richard Oakes won, so I suppose Richard, you probably think so, and you'll be next up on stage.
congratulations. Well, thank you.
Have a
Bye
good
bye.
day, El.
Bye.
All right, we have our winner, the Rust Bucket Porsche, Richard Oakes, the number 20, taking it home.
Oh,
How do you feel?
I'm pretty surprised because I should not have won that in a million years.
Yeah, there were. I mean, I feel like I could probably make a case for about 5 different people who, no offense, were more likely to win the race than
Yeah.
you, but
No offense taken.
they through no fault of their own had their races essentially ruined.
Yeah, that massive pile-up at the start of the hill, I very narrowly avoided. I was the first car to pass it. I think that McLaren spun out ahead of me so soon before I reached the corner that yellow flags weren't even flying yet. And I saw at the last second I managed to brush his bumper going past. That could have very easily changed the result as well.
Yeah,
Because if
that
I'd been caught
was
on that, I would have been stuck with everyone else for 20 seconds or more.
that was a big moment, of course, for John Spriggs, who looked like he had the race. I don't want to say in hand because he had a 5-second penalty in his pit stop, so that was always going to be a little bit of a thing. But Spriggs was leading much of the way. I don't know what happened to Thomas Hagen, but it feels like Thomas Hagen, off of not getting caught in that pileup, should have also taken the lead. But I assume something happened because I don't even see Hagen in the results here on my screen. So either retirement or very far down the pecking order, and I don't know why.
I think I could be mistaken, but I think I passed Hagen at some point, and I assume he had damage because he was going quite slow down the straights. I assume he'd been taken out recently beforehand or crashed with someone. I think the same happened to Muir. I thought Muir had it in the bag, and then he got unlucky passing a blue flag near the end of the race on the last lap.
Yep, Muir
Unless if you
was
saw it, he
another
got
one I was going to
tagged.
bring up that looked like it looked like Cedric had it in hand. 8 or so seconds up on you, and yeah, ran into trouble with the blue flaggers.
So yeah, I'm honestly shocked I won that. I couldn't believe that happened, especially last lap. But I'm not complaining. I'll take it.
And that's not even getting into like the pole sitter getting taken out on turn 1, lap 1.
Oh yeah, true. I'm quite happy with where I qualified anyway, because the Porsche doesn't tend to be very fast around here. So I was pretty happy being around P8, P9. I think I qualified.
Mm-hmm.
I would have been happy finishing in top 10. So to have P1 come out of that mess was very surprising.
You'll probably be the championship leader. I would have to imagine. You came into today within spitting distance of the top, and John Spriggs had a terrible day. He was the only one came in ahead of you, so you are probably the leader. I imagine that feels great.
It does, but we'll see how long it lasts. I have a feeling that there are quite a few drivers here who are considerably faster than me around most tracks.
I mean, you're picking up points every time out there, and like you're kind of the only one at the top who doesn't seem to have like a terrible result so far. So, knock on wood. That keeps up.
We'll see how it goes. Hopefully, it lasts.
All right, Aaron Shergill, if I am pronouncing the name correctly, you have your hand up. I see no other hands. Oh, there's Molly. Anyways, Aaron, you are next to the stage.
Hello.
Hello, my fellow Canadian.
Oh, you're a Canadian.
I am.
Nice to meet a fellow one.
Tell us about your race today. Start from the pit lane, ended up on the podium. Looks like a fantastic result. Tell us all about it.
So when it's the 3 minutes to start, it wouldn't let me click drive at all. And then I ended up starting in the pits. Yeah, that was awful. But I seem to have missed out on a bunch of stuff that went on, and slowly worked my way through the field, mostly overtaken on the back straight, and then just taking my time with the rest of them, and ended up fourth somehow.
Indeed. I think you got third because Cedric Muir didn't cross the line, but I could be mistaken.
Oh,
We'll
okay.
see. We'll see how it shakes out. But
Okay, if it's there, that's even better.
either way, a phenomenal result for you and your 213 Ferrari team. Top Ferrari in the field by a significant. Oh well, I guess actually it depends on Mir because Mir is also a Ferrari. I guess it depends if he
Yeah.
crossed the line or not.
But yeah, I think the same thing happened really last race where I had a poor qualifying and then just came back through the field to finish fourth on track and third in class. Did the same thing this week. So it'd be a lot easier if I didn't have to.
Well, I mean, you get what you get. I guess is all I can really add on
Yeah.
that one.
What is the next
You've got
race?
yourself a little cheering section in the stream chat, so there you go. You got
Oh yeah.
one of like I don't know 5 or 6 drivers who seem to have some support going on.
Oh,
In the chat.
I think it's my mates sending messages.
I mean, I assume that's what everyone is, except for maybe
Yeah.
the Nissan drivers who have the Nissan fangirl in chat.
Oh, I haven't. I must have to look through the chat logs during when I watch the VOD back and see what the Nissan guys are saying.
Largely is repeating Zilla with exclamation points behind it. I don't think she really puts a lot of thought into the cheering necessarily.
Needs to improve the variety, I think.
True
Mix
enough.
it up a bit.
True enough. But she largely just serves as my my technical support in the chat, so I can't really complain.
Fair enough. The next race is at night.
Oh, a night
Suzuka.
race. That's gonna be great. Night races were my specialty.
I don't think I've done one on ACC, so that'll be a cool experience, I guess.
Well, good luck with that. It is definitely a thing. I hope nobody is running sprint lights. That would be a problem. I think I noticed last time we did the night race, there were not many, but there were like I don't know, maybe half dozen cars that were running sprint lights. It was just like, why would you do that?
I'll have to check because I've got no idea what sprint lights and what other lights there are.
So basically the deal is that if you have an endurance livery that you've either selected from the in-game liveries or you've created as a custom livery, you'll get a second set of lights that allow you to be, let's just say, way more effective in the dark
Yeah,
than if you're a sprint racer, because the sprint racers, it can work, don't get me wrong, it's not like a death sentence, but you get just like a lot more visibility with the
yeah.
enduro lights. So if anybody listens to the sound of my voice and has a sprint car, fix that.
I'll have to check.
You'll need that.
Thanks for that, though.
It's an easy fix if you're running a custom livery. So just I forget what it is, but there's a setting in the livery itself where you can
Oh,
change
okay.
it from sprint to like sprint 3 hour, 6 hour, whatever. Anything above 3 hours will have the enduro lights.
Yeah.
All right, John Spriggs, you had an interesting day. I imagine we're gonna get you venting here a little bit. Tell us about your race.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, it's very it's Bathurst, isn't it? It's always exciting. But congrats to Oaks for winning it. He did well. But yeah, first of all, I need to apologise to Felix. Like I hit him in the final lap on the first corner exit. I just misjudged it, and yeah, when I got on the throttle, my car was too close, tapped him, and then it spun him. So that was really bad. So yeah, apologies to Felix.
What was the deal with the pit stop? Because on our screen, you had not served a pit stop.
I guess it did. Well, so basically, I think I fucked up on my fueling. So I got into the pits, but then it stopped before I got into the box. So I had to reset to. I reset to the garage and then went back out, and I didn't realize you don't get a pit stop from that. So I guess that's why. So yeah, it's a huge boo boo.
Yeah, I think that happened when I had a stream failure. Anyone who's looking to watch the stream back, it's in 2 pieces. So get ready for that.
Oh right, shit.
But
yeah,
I think that's what I think, because I came back and I was like, all right. You were like at the front when I was gone. I popped back in. I'm like, oh, you took the pit stop. Why does it still say you need to do a pit stop?
yeah, no.
And more
I
importantly,
messed
why
that
does
up.
it still have your 5-second penalty?
Did it as well? Oh shit.
Yeah. Because I guess as far as the server is concerned, you never made a pit stop. Therefore, you never served the 5-second penalty.
Yep, that makes sense. But yeah, still learning the game, like trying to get back into it. So obviously, I need to look at things a bit more. Maybe I wasn't paying attention to what the game's telling me, so I need to get
It
used
can
to
happen.
things.
The game can be a little bit finicky at times with the pit stops.
Yeah, no, I think it's all on me. Like it's nothing to do with the game. It's just me. Like I need to learn the game a bit better and understand all the ins and outs. But yeah, it's like I was surprised by the contact physics in this game. Like compared to Race Room, you can go door to door, you can have a little bit of tapping, but in this, I don't think you can touch, can you?
You can, but yeah, it's got a little bit more strictness to it than Race Room does, of course.
Yeah.
Which makes sense, being that is the official game of the well, at the time, the Blancpain series.
But it's still great fun. I really enjoyed the race still, but yeah, it's just a bad one. This one's a write-off for sure.
Yeah, this will be your drop score, I imagine.
Yeah.
I don't even know if you scored any points, actually.
I doubt it. Well, if I didn't complete my pit stop, I imagine that's probably a DQ.
No, it'll be a time penalty. I think it popped up at the end, plus 135 seconds.
Oh, is that all? Oh, that's not bad.
Which, I mean, that is still going to drop you down the order significantly. So I've got you shown in 10th place at the end. You'll drop behind Gottschlick. Maybe just Gottschlick, actually, amongst the silvers. So you might be effectively 10th, which I think is, I want to say is like 1 point. So it might be 8 point.
All right. That's a naughty tactic. Maybe you could use. You could not take a pit stop, take the penalty, and go full fuel. And take the
mean,
penalty at the
I
end.
doubt it would. I doubt it would work out though, because
No, probably not.
the penalty is, I think, the smallest penalty you can get for that is 120 seconds, which at the tracks where that's in effect, I mean, it's a full lap. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, either
No, you wouldn't want to do that.
yeah,
I was just
you'd have
just
to
throwing
do
it out
you'd
there.
have to do it in a sprint race and like losing. Are you really going to pick up a lap by not pitting? I don't think so.
No. But yeah, it's good fun. Like, people seem to be keeping it as clean as they could. Like, it's good for Bathurst, right? Like, there was a crazy bit. I don't know if you saw it in the when you were commentating. There was a bit of a traffic jam. There was a bit of a pile up
With the two cars
don't know if you
blocking the
caught that.
uphill section. Yeah, we saw that.
Yes, yeah, that was a bit crazy. But yeah, it was all good.
That was key for Richard's victory, I think.
He did well. He did really, really well.
Oh yeah, no. Anytime you win at Bathurst, doesn't matter what luck fell your way. There's plenty of luck that can go against you. Milestone.
I got lucky. I got lucky at the start. So like straight away, like there was a slight crash on the first corner, and I managed to get first just through luck there. So
Yeah,
this track is all
used
about
up your
luck.
luck there a little bit.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, got a bit too cocky. Just like, yeah, I've got this now. It's in the bag, and then throw it all away. But yeah, it was good fun.
Milestone. You were either the second or third place finisher, depending on how Cedric Muir's result ends up turning out. How do you feel about your performance here today at the mountain, and of course the Nissan? Fans want you to talk about the Nissan.
Zilla gang, let's go. Like I'm really happy about the results. I didn't expect it at all coming in today, because the last 2 days I didn't like touch the sim at all, and I was just like, if I get too comfortable on the mountain, bad things happen when you get too comfortable up the mountain.
Yeah,
She's
Bathurst is a
she's
race
a rough one.
that you're best being entirely paranoid the entire time. You're
Yeah, I
exhausted
was
at the end,
paranoid.
but you've got a result.
Yeah, I think P3 was like really good. I think, by the way, Muir did pass the finish line, because you can see in the after game replays
Okay.
and the
So Mir
results.
so Mir will be second
Yeah.
place. Gotcha.
Yeah, he will be second place. I think I looked back, because when the pileup happened, back then it was not a big pileup, but when it happened, I was like right at the pit entry. I wish like I pitted then. I would have gained so much. I think it would have been really great.
Well,
with,
in
what's
fairness,
it-
the person who gained the most out of that, Thomas Hagen, ended up having bad luck later anyways, so maybe you would have just inherited that.
Maybe better for the rest. Yeah, but I saw Oaks barely miss that crash. Like he was like right there when it happened. It was like that plane meme, when the plane goes off from an explosion. That was just Oaks. After Oaks, everything went down the hill. Like we had to stop on the like everything went down. And I remember Hater telling everyone to stop. Everyone was like gentlemanly, and people were slowing down, and we almost came to a dead stop.
I mean, there's no almost. There was a dead stop there for a bit.
I think we stopped for a good 20 minutes, 20
I thought
seconds.
I'd lost connection to the server without dead stop.
I just put it in first gear and it was like full brakes. I remember like everyone just stopping for the cars to go by. But yeah, I think that also helped me a bit, because I was so much slower than the guys ahead. I think I looked at the graph of mine. I was 103.74, which is like 0.01 ahead of Iron. So I was like bottom bronze pace, and somehow like just finished P3 by keeping it clean. And the pileup also helped me a bit catch up, because I remember like the people ahead of me were all like 20-30 seconds ahead. And when everyone came to a dead stop, we basically got a reset or something like that, let's say.
Well, it's Bathurst, so I mean, at the end of the day, it's not really pace that wins the day. It's that.
Yep.
It's lady luck and the ability to yourself just not make horrendous mistakes on your own. And if you can do the former or the latter, and the former clicks your way, a good result is in offer.
Yeah, I totally agree. I was getting so lucky with most of the incidents, just missing them by. I think I grazed the T1 a bit. There was a bit stuff happening in the T1, but then, what's it called? I think we got there out clean, and then after that, I just tried to keep it no mistake. I almost died twice, but barely saved it. Like lost a bit time, but tried to save it as much as I could, and got lucky with the blue flags and stuff. People were like respectful, really good, and helping each other out. But yeah, I liked it a lot. The race, I enjoyed it with 50 cars, 49 cars. That was a great spectacle, and I hope everyone else also enjoyed it, and the spectators.
Oh yeah, we got a number of guys up here who have results that, let's just say, I'm not familiar with seeing their names up this high. So that's good to see.
Yeah, I'm glad Zilla Gang is happy again for another podium. Hope that I can deliver more. I don't think I can make it to Suzuka. I'm not sure. So the championship might be not. I'm not really trying for the championship anyway.
Are you telling me that you, as a Nissan driver, are not going to make it to Suzuka?
I'm not sure. Might have been some plans, but I will see. I will see. I hope I can make it.
I feel the fans may disown you, sir. You are not representing at the home track.
I'll try my best. I'll try my best to make it.
All right.
Also,
actually,
last words.
When is the Suzuka race?
Suzuka race is in a week, I think.
Okay, so I'll be here for that. It's the one after that I'm going to be AFK for.
I think the one after that, there's no race.
Oh, that would be lovely, because that's Super Bowl weekend.
Because there's I think after Suzuka we have a week off.
Yeah.
As mid-season.
That would be lovely, because that's Super Bowl weekend, and I will not be here.
Oh.
All right. Anything final you want to add?
Last words. I want to shout out my teammates, Los Patos Hermanos, and I want to shout out the Nissan Brotherhood, especially Darius Shmilevsky and Lewis Knight. They have been helping me and supporting me a lot throughout the week, helping me get up to pace and with the setups and whatnot. I appreciate them a lot for the support, and also I appreciate the Zilla gang, everyone in the spectators, hoping for the Nissan, and I hope I see you guys again next week.
All right. Hopefully we see you at Suzuka. I'm just looking at the channel. Nobody who hasn't spoke is here, so I'll give it a minute just to wrap up in case there's any late comer. Anyways, fantastic racing today. Congratulations to Richard Oakes. Congratulations to Felix Kramrich. Congratulations to Robert Volt, our 3 class winners here today. Despite all the carnage and that, in some cases involved them, they came through and got the job done. Made the best of the luck and the skill, and yeah, I'd give championship standings, but of course, like I said, I don't have a phenomenal. Number one, I didn't have a worksheet ready. I will have a worksheet ready for Suzuka, but number 2, there were some weirdness at the end. I.e., I didn't know if Cedric Muir crossed the checkered flag or not. But if I were to guess, Richard Oakes is leaving here today, your silver leader. He came in second, and John Spriggs had a bad day. So I'm pretty sure that is the case. I'm pretty sure Robert Volt, who came in the day 4th in the bronze category, will jump to the front because Hayter, Herrera, Hook, and Bacher all had pretty bad days. So that'll jump him up. And in the iron department, probably still Wiedemann. Who came in second today in the iron category, I do believe, at the end of the day. Was kind of nowhere during the race, honestly. Just had a way better time than Bathurst last time. Because I do remember he was in the wall a lot at Bathurst last time. So that is a notable improvement. I am hiccuping like a mofo. This feels like a good time to put into the stream. Thanks for joining me. Sorry about the audio and internet technical difficulties. Hopefully Suzuka will be better. And that is all I have to say.